Okay, hey guys, this is part 2. Like we said, Unit 2 is going to be broken up into 5 parts. We're going to do one step at a time in the Gemara, so this is Unit 2, part number 2. Again, the Gemara can be found down here where it says Minyana Dereisha on the bottom of Daf Gimel Amud Aleph. For now, we're going to stay just on this Daf. Okay, the highlighted part is part 2, the part that we're going to do. I'm going to start by reading from the beginning of the Gemara up until now, and reviewing it quickly, and then moving on to the highlighted portion. Again, the difficult words in the highlighted portion can be found there. So let's get started. Okay, so again, the Gemara begins. Minyana dereisha, the count in the reisha, in the reisha, in the first half of the Mishnah, the first statement of the Mishnah, where it says a woman is acquired in one of 3 ways, and then counts all 3 ways. Minyana dereisha, the count in that reisha, what's it coming to exclude by saying it's these 3 and no more? Minyana deseifa l'mu'utima, in the end of that statement where it says she gets herself back, so to speak, in one of 2 ways. Right? What is that count meant to exclude? Why does it say these 2 and nothing else? Just tell me the 2 things. So the Gemara answers, Minyana dereisha l'me'utei chuppah. Answering the first question, the count in the reisha means to exclude chuppah. When the reisha says there are 3 ways that a woman can be acquired, and then list the 3 ways, why is it telling us there are 3 ways? We can count to 3. The answer is, it tells us these 3 and nothing else, to exclude chuppah. Chuppah, right, a chatan and the kala being together under the wedding canopy, under the chuppah, although it creates nisuin, it creates a full marriage once the Kiddushin happens, it's not enough to create a Kiddushin, and therefore it cannot be used as one of the methods for Kiddushin. Now the Gemara continues. Ula Rav Huna, and according to Rav Huna, di amar, who said, that's the dal there, right, who said, right, Amar is said, di Amar, who said, again, Ula Rav Huna, and according to Rav Huna, di Amar, who said, chuppah kone, that a chuppah does create a Kiddushin. Okay, kone literally means acquires, does create a Kiddushin. So obviously, according to him, the Mishnah by saying 3 is not excluding chuppah, because according to him, chuppah does work for Kiddushin. So let's read it again. Rav Huna da Amar chuppah kona mikal v'chomer, and Rav Huna who says that chuppah does work for Kiddushin from a kal v'chomer. Okay, like we said yesterday in class, if it works for nisuin to create that permanent bond, kal v'chomer, it should work for Kiddushin just to create that Kiddushin. So according to him, l'me'utemai, what is the Mishnah coming to exclude as a method that you cannot use for Kiddushin? L'me'ute chalipin. It comes to exclude chalifin. We discussed in class what chalifin is. It's basically a symbolic exchange that creates a kinyan. So if I, for whatever reason, want to sell you my car, so we have to do an act that makes it official that my car belongs to you. Actually, forget selling. Let's say I just want to give you my car. I can't lift my car and hand it to you. What's that symbolic act that we do? So I could just pass you a pen and say the act of me passing you the pen is representative of the fact of me passing you over the car, and the car then belongs to you. That's what chalifin works. How chalifin works. So according to Rav Huna, when the Mishnah says there are 1 of 3 ways a woman can be acquired, and it's 3 and no more, that's l'me'ute chalifin. That's to exclude chalifin. If you can't use that method for Kiddushin. Why would you think that chalifin would work? You would have thought hoil since the gamar and kicha mistei efron, that the way you can use money for Kiddushin is the gamar kicha mistei efron. We derive the gzeira shav of kicha from the fields of Ephron, from the pasuk that discusses Ephron. So you would think masadeh mikanya v'chalifin, just like a field can be acquired with chalifin. Af isha nami mikanya v'chalifin. A woman can also be acquired. A kinyan, the Kiddushin can work with chalifin too. Kamash malan. Therefore, this comes to teach us that the opposite is true. That it's 3 ways and no other. And when it says 3 ways and no other, it means l'me'ute chalifin. It says chalifin is not a possibility. So let's start from the beginning again. Minyana l'reisha l'me'ute mai. Minyana d'seifa l'me'ute mai. The count in the reisha is to exclude what? The count in the seifa is to exclude what? The Gemara answers. Minyana d'reisha l'me'ute chuppah. The count in the reisha is to exclude chuppah. Rav Huna, and according to Rav Huna, Da'amar chuppah kona mikal v'chomer, who says that a chuppah does create a Kiddushin based on a kal v'chomer, l'me'ute mai, what's it coming to exclude according to Rav Huna? L'me'ute chalifin, it's coming to exclude chalifin as a valid method of Kiddushin. Why would you think that works? You might have thought, hoil since v'gamar kicha, since we derive the gezeira shav of kicha, mistei Ephron, from the pesukim that discuss the sale of the field of Ephron, and we learn from there the same way. The same methods that can be used to acquire a field can be used to create a Kiddushin. So you might think masadeh mekanye bechalifin, just like a field can be acquired with chalifin. Afishana mekanye bechalifin. A woman can also be acquired with chalifin. Kamash malan. The number 3 comes to tell us no, it's these 3 methods, and no other. What do you mean and no other? And not chalifin.